let's see what happens. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. Hey y'all, so I was on Facebook Live and then I don't know. Things just weren't connecting for us, and let me know y'all if this whoa. And yeah, so that was weird. So hopefully the Facebook fam can come on in the building. Hey y'all who just joined in, how you feeling? Oh, that's my little curtain. How you feeling? How you doing? I was just supposed to message them. Okay. Yeah, y'all. So why do I keep clicking on that? I was on Facebook and it was so glitchy. Like I played it back and yeah, it was so glitchy. Y'all couldn't hear me. I tried the video a second time. So if anybody's in here, let me know if you can hear me. I see we have a couple people in the building. How y'all doing? Hey. How you doing, sis? It's good to see you. I was on Facebook Live, but it was so glitchy. So I had to get off. And I liked my little stars and stuff. YouTube don't do the little stars like Facebook does. Where's the moon and stuff that I had? The little filter. I don't usually use filters, but that was cute. Anyway. Yeah, I really just wanted to check in. And see how y'all feeling. What are y'all feeling? What's up on a spiritual level? Let's try to avoid politics. Just like let's try to avoid it if we can. But how are you feeling? Sorry, I'm messaging people because they're like, what happened? Where'd you go? It was just Facebook was just too glitchy. But anyway, spiritual check-in, y'all. Spiritual check-in. How are y'all feeling? Because I know many of you who work with me, who follow me and subscribe. I know y'all psychic as hell. I know that y'all tapped in and you're sensitive to energies and so what's up with you? You left, you went MIA. I don't know. On Facebook or in general? Well, in general, yeah, I know. Because y'all, I'm really I push myself out of my comfort zone to turn on the camera and tell you about my journey. I'm actually kind of private, y'all. I'm actually a private person. There's a lot going on. Y'all will never know. I'd be private, but my path, my purpose. Oh, look at my little thing. My path and my purpose involves me sharing more. So it's like I have to push myself to turn on my camera and be in y'all face. So yeah, I apologize for being MIA. Private, would that be a good thing? That I'm private? In certain aspects, yeah. Yeah, but in others, it's not so much because there's a lot of things that I get, a lot of intel that I get that I don't, some of it isn't meant to be shared and some of it I don't share. So yeah, my spiritual journey. Y'all know me, my spiritual journey. I'm very I've been very transparent with y'all. Peace, family. Hello, goddesses, grand rising. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. So yeah, y'all, I was on Facebook. We was chilling. Everything was cool. But it was so glitchy for y'all. So I'm happy that you can hear me okay here on YouTube. I was saying on Facebook that what was I saying? Like, I feel good. I was saying in my body, like, I feel good. I'm in a good space. But then when I tap into the energies, it's heavy on the planet. But there are many of you who are happy. You're good. You're content. You're chilling. And there are some that don't have the opportunity to feel that. So there's this dual awareness. Thank y'all for the thumbs up. Thank you for the love. There's this dual awareness of so much beauty, so much joy, and also the darkness as well. A real peek into darkness. So that can be tricky. I want to know if any of you have been feeling that way. What are your experiences spiritually? This curtain wants to be seen, obviously. So, the veil, huh? The veil. Some of you are seeing through and beyond the veil, seeing things that you can't see. I was homeless for 2 years, slept in a car. It sucks. Oh, wow. How are you doing now, the truth? The truth, I thought you were someone else. I apologize. But I realized that you have a similar name as someone. There's beauty in darkness. There's a lot of beauty in darkness. Yeah. And like oftentimes we're needing to get comfortable with the darkness too. A lot of people like to shield themselves from the darkness, but really, you're doing yourself a disservice when you do that. You know, you need to see it. You need to like know it's there and then choose the path that you're supposed to be on. But definitely not to hide, not to hide and run from it. Yeah. So, I hope that you all are protecting your energy right now. Your spiritual baths, your cleanses. There's things going on the planet. Like there's such calmness. Like I was saying on Facebook, I feel zen. Like I'm good. I'm trying to tell you, like I'm so peaceful. So peaceful. But then there's this undercurrent that I'm aware of as well. Something brewing, for sure. On many different levels. Somebody got the brewery open, okay? So, are any of you experiencing that? Like, are you calm within your body, but you have an awareness that something is going down? I don't even want to get into it, y'all. I really didn't turn on this camera to start channeling and messaging y'all like this. I'd rather not in this moment. So I feel it. It's like I'm not resisting it. I'm just putting it on pause. That's all. I'm just putting it on pause. Y'all gotta give me a break. For those of you who do be tapped in, you do have to like say like, all right, nah, this is enough. Like, please, okay, enough with the messages. I'm good. Like, I'm okay without it for right now. Let me just live my life for a moment. So I'm in that space. I'm not channeling right now, y'all. Like, you're not gonna get me. You're not gonna get me. But I do want to hear about y'all. Like, I don't want to talk about myself. I don't. And y'all know a lot of my journey is to talk about myself so that you and I know that we're not alone in this shit. But I just don't want to talk about me. I want to talk about y'all. What y'all got going on? Tell me something good. Woo. The veil, y'all. Ooh, a lot of y'all tapped in now. Because this didn't happen all rising until right now. I was saying before, don't mind the AC. I'm still decorating, y'all. Many of you know I moved. So, I'm still decorating. Say hi to Henry. That's my plant, Henry. That's my baby. I don't know why his name is Henry. I ain't never named nothing Henry a day in my life, but that's the name he gave me, so his name is Henry. Alastombo, I need to figure out how to turn it off. Whew, child. Like, well, I just tell it and the physical and the spiritual so much. Oh, wait. Oh, it's saying my connection was a little unsteady. I don't know what's up, but it's really windy here in Florida, so I feel so much, too much. Yeah, there is a need to filter that. Like experience it, feel it, take the notes, and then be like, all right, filter it through. Kind of got to be the filter and not hold on. And I learned that like through trial and error, with clients and readings and coaching sessions, to be able to like hear and receive and feel and then let it filter out and not let it become me. Yeah. A lot of it is, people ask me like, what are the steps? It's like, I've never had to describe the steps until I started coaching, but a lot of it is imagination, but you're actually really doing it. Like you can imagine, like say it's coming in a purple mist, you can imagine it coming towards you. It's inside of you, you're getting it, you understand it, it's talking to you. Let the mist drift back out. So a lot of it is like visual in your mind's eye. Yeah, sometimes it's hard. Like the times y'all don't see me, my clients usually do. If I'm not, well, they always do. If I'm not in front of the camera and you don't see me, I'm definitely doing work behind the scenes for sure. And other times, I'm literally just processing. I'm processing, my own life, and it's a lot, y'all. It's a lot of pressure. Like people think like the spiritual shit is glamorous. It's really not. It's a lot to it. Why are you keep doing this, baby? What you trying to tell us now? Come on now. Because I don't have this on. It's on the other curtain. It's not on this one. Duh. I was sitting on it. All right. What was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. If y'all care to remind me, maybe to come back. I don't know. People didn't care for me. I realized some people are full of ish. Yeah, a lot of people. A lot of people are. And that's okay. Like, solitude is good. And solitude can be really good. A lot of times the divine is pushing you to be by yourself, to be solitary. But I was saying, like, it's a lot. People think that spiritual stuff is really glamorous. And, mainstream media and everybody has made it seem like, oh, it's Palo Santo and an Ankh and that's it. Nah, baby. No, that's not it. So it's like dealing with myself and my own healing and integrating lessons, and it's dealing with clients, and then it's dealing with students, and then it's dealing with family, and then it's dealing with the collective energies, and then it's dealing with the animal spirits, the nature spirits, the cosmos. Like it's a multifaceted responsibility. So if y'all don't see me, please don't take it personal. Please don't. And also go to my website. All of the links are in the description, and subscribe to my email list, because I send out emails with updates, things that are going on with me, rituals, I send a lot of stuff through email, so make sure you're subscribing to my my website. So yeah, y'all. Like I said, I really wanted to check in with you all. I wanted to see how you're doing and also connect. Sorry. I had to read something really quickly. Yeah, there's a lot going in, y'all. Try not to get too caught up in stuff, too. Many of you are pushed to be alone. Dang, I don't want to be channeling. Here we go. All right. Fuck. Excuse me. A lot of y'all are being pushed to be alone right now. You're dealing with people who aren't actually, they aren't conducive to your well-being in any way. So relationships, exes, baby daddies, baby mamas, you need to be by yourself. I need a reading from you. I will contact with you soon. I look forward to it. Y'all know giving readings is one of my favorite pastimes. And my readings just don't be tarot readings. They be whole life-altering sessions. They don't just be, yeah, I'm not just pulling cards, y'all. Y'all, this is not what I do. So anyone who wants a reading with me, you'll thoroughly enjoy it. Yeah, so be alone. Be alone right now. And I don't mean like be single. That's not necessarily, those who are dealing with somebody or thinking of dealing with somebody. I don't necessarily mean be single. I just mean feel your own energy. Understand what your own energy feels like. Many of you are filtering through other people's stuff, not even your own. So, understand that and be by yourself. Some of y'all are in relationships, y'all know y'all had to leave a long time ago. It's not, and now is the time. Many of you are feeling that too. Like you're running out of time. Like when I tap into the collective energies, I get that. Like this kind of like, yo, I gotta go, I gotta move, I gotta do this, I gotta do. Like, yeah, that's actually, there's accuracy in that, and you feeling that way. There is something that you're needing to do, and you need to kind of get to it. So I'm talking to myself too. I know exactly what it is. I know exactly what I need to do. And I be stubborn as hell sometimes. I'm not disobedient. I could be stubborn though. For sure. So the divine, your guides, your higher self wants you to do something and you've been stalling. And it's destiny. It's your destiny. And you know it. I speak to a lot of spiritual leaders, like a lot of the people who work with me and book me are meant to lead in whatever way, whatever path that is. You are meant to do that. And I run into people who are afraid or they're unsure or they don't feel worthy of their gift or responsibility. A lot of people don't feel worthy of a person. And it's kind of like, stop that, baby. Just don't think that. A lot of you are going to have to like move forward on your path, and it does require leaving people behind. It does require travel. It does. Many of you know my story. I left to Costa Rica. That was just where I was pulled. Many of you are having this moment now. Maybe it's not out the country, but you're being called to shift in some way. You're going to want to do that. You're going to want to figure out what that is, what that's about. And move forward. And a lot of people right now, they're really into the political scene. And I get it. But what we're dealing with is a lot bigger than politics. Pardon me. So yeah. It's bigger than politics, my loves. It's huge, huge, huge. It's a spiritual-ish. Big things are happening in the ethers. And it's coming in the costume of politics. It's coming in the costume of finance and religion and education. That's what it's dressed up as, but it's spiritual. It's deeply, deeply, deeply spiritual. Like, even though I'm aware of the levels, I'm not aware of the levels. Even though you're like, there's stuff happening, you still don't know all that's happening. It's almost impossible to know. I don't even want to know. Like, sometimes I'll be like, nah, I'm good. Like, nope, trust me. I'm good. And you gotta like leave it alone. You gotta leave it alone for a second and come back to it. But it gets messy sometimes. What else, y'all? What you got going on? What's happening in your life, in your world? I was saying on Facebook, so many of you are coming online right now, like tapped in. You know what's happening. You feel it. You feel shifts. Others of you, I was actually watching a video and it resonated with me on what I feel from the collective is that you're expecting, excuse me, you're expecting your spiritual gifts to like be on some like Harry Potter type ish. And in many ways it is, okay? Look, we can only see so much. We can only perceive so much in this 3D reality. But really, and what the woman was saying and what I resonate with is that there's subtleties happening. Your ascension, your evolution, your growth is subtle, little things. Like a shift in your perspective. Like, say you had a hard relationship with a parent, and then all of a sudden, like a month ago, you're actually like, wow, they actually just did the best they could with what they had. Like that is an awakening. That is ascension. That's growth. That's elevating your consciousness, because you just shifted your whole entire thought process. Your whole life, you thought this parent was this way, and now you're realizing like, oh wow, they're actually not what I thought. So, when I say tapped in and tuned in to the divine, don't try not to think of it as like some superhero type of mess. Just think of it like that, like the subtle stuff, the small stuff. You realizing synchronicities. You realizing like, oh, whenever I think of a person, I feel this way. That's so subtle. It's not like this big bullhorn, So I like how she said that, and it really confirmed for me too what I was feeling. And even with clients, it's like sometimes clients really expect kind of like, I don't even know, like this massive thing that like projectiles from the ethers and lights up in front of you. It's not neon screens all the time, y'all. Spirituality, spiritual path. So that's why it's really good to be by yourself sometimes, or take a moment to yourself. What else? I've been on for a while. Like I said, I was on Facebook Live. I have some work to do in a moment. But I'm just here. I'm in a really good space. Like I said, it's a calm. I'm very calm. But I know this is prep. I know it. Like, I already know the ebbs and flows, y'all. I get it. I understand my how I move. I understand my cycles. And I already know what's up. So I'm like, look, let me enjoy this. Please, let me enjoy this zen. Because shit's popping right now. I feel it. It's bubbling. but I don't really have to address it right now in this moment. So I'm kind of happy about that. It's like, okay, I'll take this reprieve. Thank you. Thanks. Many of you feel it, like I connect with people and they feel it too. They're like, oh, girl, this is the calm before the storm. And I'm like, I know, baby. I know. I know. Woo. So, yeah. What else? Do y'all have any questions for me? You have anything that you want to say? Tap into your guidance right now, y'all. Ashe. Tap into your guidance. You know what, y'all? I am kind of restless. Y'all see me? I don't have... Look, I showed up. I just showed up. I didn't come here to get cute. This, all it is, this is my everyday sometimes. But no bra, shorts, barefoot. This is what you're going to get today. I swear I'm not coming out my house today. I'm not. I'm staying right here in my beautiful temple. And I'm not leaving. And I have work to do anyway, so I have no business outside. Yeah. So anything y'all want to ask me? Anything you would like to share? Any advice? Any concerns? What's up with y'all? Natural beauty. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. And now my laptop when the battery wants to go to sleep. The battery wants to go to sleep, y'all. Do I feel like moving? I don't know. So you only have me for a couple minutes. You know what I did want to share? And that's why I'm on here. That's why I feel like this stall. That's why I'm stalling. Why am I stalling? Ew, I don't like that. Let me fix that. So, So some of you, let me just say this. All right, hang on. Ooh, I was sitting on my leg for too long, y'all. So some of you are like, hang on. So some of you are spiritual leaders. You're meant to lead. You're meant to lead. And maybe you're not. Maybe you're not because you're afraid. People gonna laugh at you. You feel hang on. Shit. Sorry, y'all. I think I flashed you. I had a feeling you was holding back. You don't know me. No, sir. Yeah, I was. I was holding back just a little bit. And then I forgot. Y'all know I get a little distracted. There'd be a lot going on. But y'all are spiritual leaders. You're meant to lead. You're meant to lead, baby. Like you're gonna have to now. You're gonna have to. So there's people out here. You've been running from your calling for a long time, and I resonate with that. You've been running from it for a long time. You've been running from being magical. You gotta just be that right now. It's so necessary. So I'll share with you a a dream I had a few years ago about the children. And this is why I was avoiding this, because it's it's a sensitive topic for me. I keep seeing something. That's why I keep doing that. I don't know where it is. It's a sensitive topic for me because I'm very protective of the children. I don't really I don't even like to talk about it a lot. But anyway, so I had a dream a few years ago, maybe 3 years ago now, that I was actually in a corner store. I was in a bodega and I was surrounded by children. Like so many children. Different colors, different ethnicities, styles of dress, various children. And I was talking to them, and I was so happy because I love children. Like I've worked with children my whole life. I've been a niece. I've been an auntie since before I was born. So I've always been around children, and I adore them. So in the dream, I was so animated and so excited to be around the children and to talk to them, and I'm teaching them. And I'm like, yeah, I'm so animated. And they're all looking up and they're like, but, and some of them asking questions. And so in the dream, I was just telling them about who they are and what they're here to do and how they're more than they know or what they can see. And it was a great dream. But towards the end of the dream, I was like really sad towards the end of the dream. And I was kind of like in my mind, like, I'm not enough. I'm not doing enough. Like, oh my God, like there's so many of these children. Like I can't get to them all. Like I can't. Like that's how I was ending the dream. And I woke up and I was so sad. I was so sad when I woke up because I woke up into the awareness that there were so many children who needed me and someone like me. And I felt so inadequate, like just unbelievably, like, I think I cried. I think I actually cried because I'm like, I can't do it alone. Like there's so many children and they need help. And I was just so sad, y'all. And yeah, feeling inadequate. So that dream confirmed for me that, yes, you know, the children are so very important right now. Like they're literally all that matters. Okay. And I know that's very dramatic. I know I can be dramatic sometimes, but literally the children on this planet are all that matters. So from then on, it's just like, okay, I've been sending out, and even way before this, I was sending out like beacons of love to children, to souls, to people, to the planet, to the earth. Like even now, like I blow off light bombs. I call them light bombs. Like I don't know why I'm saying bomb, but yeah, a bomb, right? A healing bomb. But it's like in my mind, I'll go into the darkness because I'm good. I'm good in the darkness, y'all. And I could just go there and I could have my little bomb of light and love and divine justice. And I just, and then I dip. And then I dip on that bitch. Like, whoop, see y'all later. And then the little light and love bomb would just go off in the darkest of spaces. I've always done this. I don't know, since I was young. And it's just interesting how certain things are coming to the light coming to the light on the planet. And it has a lot to do with children. And I even grew up like saying that, like, oh no, protect the children, like, oh my God, like, don't hit your children, don't yell at them, like, what are you doing? Like, they're divine, they're gods, they're literally like the closest thing we have on this planet to God. I used to say this as a kid. Weird as fuck, okay? But listen, it's true. Many of you have had dreams like that, or have had dreams of doing certain things, and there is actually prophecy. It's actually what you will do. It's actually what you have done for a long time. And it's your calling for many of you. Not even just the children, but like to lead and teach. And you have had dreams of that. And I'm here to tell you that those dreams are not just dreams. They're actual experiences. You've actually have done this in the astral realm. You've done this. And a lot of us have visions and dreams, and we just like, oh, it's a dream. Nah. For many of you, it's a memory of a past life or your life in another dimension. For some of you, it is prophecy. It's something that you will do. It's a part of your calling. Yeah, so I say all of that to say, be mindful of dreams like that, because you're actually there many times. You're literally there, and you're doing those things. And you're gonna come into the awareness, or you have come into the awareness that that's what you're doing. You're actually doing that. So in my dream with the children, I had an awareness that I was actually there. I was doing this. I don't know where, but I was actually talking to all those children in a bodega, the randomest of places. And I was so happy to be there and so overwhelmed, you know, because there was this awareness that, like, oh my God, like, I'm only seeing a fraction of the children who actually need me, or a fraction of the children who actually need help. Like, there's millions, and it was just overwhelming. So for those of you who are called to do certain work, it is overwhelming. It could be overwhelming at times, for sure. And just try to reach out to someone. Because for me, I experience a lot of dreams and knowing, and I just kind of just chill with it. Like, I kind of just be like, all right, because I'm so used to it. I'm so used to, like, you know, like, understanding it or figuring it out on my own, or like applying certain things, like integrating the lessons. I'm used to that. But it's like now we're in a time where you can't really just do it on your own. You kind of need to share. So I want to say that you kind of need to share your experiences. Somebody has the answers for you, or somebody knows. Somebody has been there. And a lot of my journey, if not all of my journey is literally me telling you about my life. I live an awakened life. I do. It's very divinely guided. It's very magical. I'm aware, and I'm meant to share that with you all. And I do. Sometimes I don't want to at all. Like, at all. I could be like, I don't want to turn on my camera today. I'm not talking about this. I'm not talking about that vision. I'm good. I don't even want it. But you know, my clients, y'all see me. They see me. Y'all do. My email list, you hear from me. So like I said, if any of y'all are missing me, make sure you just go to my website and subscribe to my email list. Or book a session with me, to be honest. Not to be funny, but you know, sometimes I don't always feel like sharing the things that I experience, because it could be kind of heavy, y'all. Like, heavy. Oh, This came up too in a session and just in general. If you are dating somebody who is a seer or a prophet or a high priest, a shaman, or if you're interested in that person, you got to be built for that person. Let me just tell you, okay? You got to be built for them. You can't just go on living life, eating Doritos and binge watching porn and think that you're going to link up with like a high priest and you think that he is going to be energetically compatible with you. He's not. You're not. It ain't going to happen. So for those of you who are interested in a spiritual like person who just cannot help but to be that, you got to really know how to hold space for that person. Let me tell you, it's not easy. It's not. So put the work in. Put the work in, y'all. And especially with women, like I made a post in my story. Like women are the shit. Okay, men are the shit too. Y'all know me. I love men, like always. But women are the shit. I want to be careful, but I feel like I feel it. So I'm gonna say it, and if I feel it, it's 100. All right. There's more women online now than there are men. So there's so many women whose consciousness are just like, whew, elevated, so elevated. And they're dealing with men who are not quite there yet. And that's okay. It's divine. There's nothing wrong with these men. There's nothing wrong with these women. It's just how it's playing out. So these men have to be able to elevate their consciousness if they want to be with a conscious woman. It's the only way. There's no other way. And if you're in love with a man or a woman who such as this, you are going to want to elevate your consciousness to reach them. You're going to want to do it. And I know for me, it's like, you're going to have to be able to hold space. Because like real personal, I was dating someone and they couldn't really handle my dreams. Like they couldn't handle that. Or being able to feel and know. They couldn't handle the knowing. There's a lot of men and women who cannot handle the knowing that their partner has, because it's going to require you as their partner to really show up in a powerful way. You won't have to step into your power to be with somebody like that. You cannot be wishy-washy, because first off, that person will scare you. I've scared a lot of people, not just romantic interests, but a lot of people in general. That person will scare you. And I've been scared too. I've been around somebody who was like, woof, I'm scared of you, baby. Like, shit, just give me a minute. Give me a minute. So, yeah, you're going to have to be really sturdy in who you are. You're going to have to be able to handle their gift. You have to know how to hold space. And I've been wanting to do like a quick workshop on that. I don't know where I'll do it. I might do it on Patreon, actually. But I feel like men and people need to know how to be with someone who is like that. Because I could tell you right now, all right? Let me tell you a personal story. The person I was dating, so I had this feeling in my body that something was like going on, like it's bad. Like I can feel death in the air. I could feel death in the air. And if I'm meant to know something, I'm gonna know. There's nothing I can do or you can do to stop me from knowing. I'm not gonna pry into your life. I'm just gonna receive the message and I'll be like, okay, cool, fine. No judgment, I get it. So I felt like tragedy in my body. And the whole night, and I'm asking him, I'm like, yo, you feel that? I already know what it is, but I just wanted to make sure, you feel that? He's like, no, I don't feel that. Like, what? And he knew about me. He knew about me. But he didn't feel so much as all that I feel, which is fine. And I don't think he acknowledged, I definitely know that he didn't acknowledge his own power, which is fine. I get it. But I felt so bad, y'all. Like, any of y'all who know what death feels like you're either you're a shaman or you're a psychic medium, or you just feel, it feels bad. It feels horrid. Like, ugh, it's just like, ugh, makes you want to vomit. So all night, and I'm waking up and I'm like, what the fuck? And then I have a dream, and then I wake up and I'm just like, ugh. And he's just like, what? What's wrong? And I'm like, you don't feel that? I'm like, something's wrong. Something's happening. Something bad. And he's just looking at me like, not disrespectful, but just kind of like, I don't know. So he didn't know what to do. He didn't know what to do with me. And I knew that he wouldn't. Because, come on, when you have the knowing, you already know people. It's okay. But he did the best he could, and I'm thankful. And then I'm like, yo, something bad. Somebody's like dying or about to die. Like, I called people just to make sure it wasn't my people. I've done this before. And then later on that day, I went about my life, and I came back, and yeah, somebody had died. Sure did. And it wasn't a peaceful death. And that's what I felt. And that's what I told him. I was like, this, like, nah, like, it feels like somebody's not just gonna pass away in their sleep. Okay. That's not what this is. That's not this feeling. Because you can tell the feeling varies. You could tell how big it is, or what type of, I don't know. Oh wait, it's telling me my connection. All right, it was telling me my connection was unsteady, but so yeah. So long story short, somebody died. They were murdered. The soul told me, contacted me, which happens. And I just moved here around that time, y'all. And I was like, come on, y'all. Like, yo, like, I'm not trying to be Miss Ida Mae Brown from Ghost. Like, can I just settle in? Like, I just got here. I wanted to tell the spirits to leave me alone, bro. Like, look, let me just get integrated. Can I have a housewarming party first? Damn. But nah. No. So he let me know that this was about to happen to him. And I felt it. And it just like, woke up in cold sweats. All of that. So many of you have experienced that. That situation, and you've experienced a partner that wasn't really able to hold you in that moment. Like, they couldn't. And it's okay. Like, listen, I honor all of my partners, all of the people in my life, whether it turned out great or not so great. I honor you for your role. However, many of you, now is the time for you to align with someone who's able to hold space in that way, because it's so important. Like, you can't just link yourself to anybody. And that's not being disrespectful. That's the nature of this game. That's just the nature of the path. So I do want to say that to y'all who are experiencing that. You're going to have to align. Like, I deal with clients. I'm like, oh, my husband thinks I'm crazy. My girl, she don't get it. They're not going to get it. A lot of them are not meant to get it either. They're just not. And you have to figure out what you're wanting to do about that. For me, the relationship couldn't last. It couldn't last. No hard feelings. It just couldn't, because it was a different level of consciousness. Consciousness is awareness, a different level of awareness, and a different level of different intention. Different intention. So I deal with a lot of women, y'all. Most of my clients are women. And I will shit you not, they are spiritual as heck. They are so tapped in, it's scary. And I feel them, I know it. So for those who date women, you're gonna have to really do all that you can to elevate your consciousness, to reach them, and not just to reach them. Let's be clear, women do lead men, woman and child. Yes, we are meant to do that. But you also want to elevate for your own well-being. It's time. You're on a planet where the whole entire planet is ascending. You don't want to be left behind. So you're going to have to be aware. You're going to have to be like emotionally intelligent. Use your emotional intelligence. Communicate. Communicate. Lack of communication is a deal breaker for a spiritual person. It's a deal breaker. We be so tapped in all the time. It's like we work with clients all the time. For those of you who are entrepreneurs, it's our job to tap in and figure out and get the answers and go into the dark and come back out and give you what you need. We're not willing to do that in our relationships. I'm not doing no psychic shit in my relationship. Nope. If I gotta pull cards to figure out what's going on with you, we're not gonna make it. And that's the facts. We're not. Because I can't. I'm tired. Like, I'm energetically, spiritually tired. I've been doing this all day. So you want me to use my telepathy to figure out what's going on with you? I'm not doing it. You gotta go. Like, it's not gonna work. So many of you, you're dealing with men and women who they want peace in the relationship. They don't want to work hard in the relationship in that way because they do it already. So they're not trying to tap into the ethers to figure out what you want to eat for dinner. Just tell me what you want to eat for dinner. Like, just tell me what you want. So you're dealing with people like that. I'm having a hard time working with Christians in any way. It's very exhausting. How can I overcome that? Oh, Christians are hard to work with. Yes, they are. You want to know what's interesting? Man, the Christians love their Bible. They love their Bible. They love their church. They love their Jesus. And I love that for them. However, they will book you for a ritual ASAP. They'll schedule a reading with you quick. Okay? And then thank Jesus. The audacity of it all. Like, what? Like, how you gonna thank Jesus after I just put in all this work for you? After I just called in the ancestors, the spirit guides, the guardian angels, the fucking animal spirits. I called in all the whole team for you. And you gonna thank Jesus? You disrespectful. And not that you can't thank Jesus, but thank everybody. I can't. Hey, BB. Y'all laughing. It's so true. I get so tired. In the beginning of my spiritual journey, when I first opened the doors for business, a lot of my clients were from the church. And it was amazing. It was like, you know I'm psychic, right? Like, I grew up Christian. 3 days a week I was in church. But you know that, like, I'm psychic though. You come into like a psychic, a medium, you know that. Okay. And I would just do the reading. I'll just do the reading. And some of them, they needed my help leaving the church because they felt spiritually unfulfilled. Oh my gosh, a lot of those. One of the most amazing reviews from like 3 or 4 years ago. I'm gonna have to find it. It was the best review from a churchgoer that I've ever received in my life. It literally made me cry. So if I could find it, I'll repost that for y'all. But the religious folks with the hypocrisy be so, it'd be too much. Yeah, so I feel you with that. I don't even know what to say with that. Other than maybe being firm, like, I'm gonna do this justice ritual for you, right? Because you feel, no disrespect, but you feel like Jesus is not enough for you to get justice in a situation. So you booked a justice ritual with a psychic. No judgment. I get you. Look, we here. I just need you to know what you're doing. So I make sure they see themselves for sure. I don't let them keep the mask on. You're not going to be around me and keep your mask on. You will never see me again if you got that mask on. So I let them know, like, all right, I hear you. You Christian, right? All right, listen, I'm not going to Jesus to get this work, just so you know. That's not what I'm doing. So if we cool, and then I also want you to know that when this ritual works, not if, but when it does, I need you to thank the appropriate people involved. And that's it. You got to be firm with them. Don't let them play their games, because they're very very slippery. Hey Kadika, how you doing? They're very slippery in their energy. They know that they're stepping outside of the church to get divine justice, but then they want to go back into the church and act like ain't nothing happened. No, you're not doing that around here. So if you're a spiritual practitioner who are working with religious people, you got to call them out before, during, and after. Okay? Call them out. Like, nah, you're a hypocrite. Cognitive dissonance is a bitch, ain't it? Like, you gotta talk to them. So yes, slippery indeed. Might be so slippery. Too slippery. It's like, look, I'd rather deal with non-secular people or non-religious people, because they don't be as slippery. They'll be slippery. Why y'all religious folks be slippery when you're booking like sessions like that? Just keep it 100. I don't like to work with people like that. And I don't work with everybody either. Y'all know that. I've had to turn people down because your energy nasty. I don't like it. But anyway, y'all, I said that to say, just really, this is just a check-in. And I guess I did have that to say. I'm sure that I did. But yeah, just live your life. Mimi said, because they full of ish. Yeah, they can be, for real. They can be. They can be. And I'm with the old folks. The old folks used to they go to church, but they go to the root doctor too. And they don't confuse it. They don't separate the two. Oh, that's the type of religious folks that I like. Like, okay, you can believe in Jesus and all that. Like, that's cool. I don't care who you believe in. But also accept that there's more than that in spirituality. I like the people who understand, like, okay, I might have to go a little bit around the church to get this type of work, because the church doesn't teach this. Okay, the church doesn't teach that. So you're going to have to go to the spiritualist. You're going to have to go to the psychic. You have to. You have to go to the root man. So our old people, they knew that. What about Jehovah's Witness? I don't even know. I don't know. And what specifically is your question with them? I'm kind of like, not anti, but I'm kind of not into any type of religious structure like that. Like I see them, I honor them, I respect it. That's your path. But I'm not really into the religious structures. And I'm thankful for how I grew up. I grew up Christian. I'm thankful for the upbringing. It led to this, but it's not my path. Sorry. I don't like keeping clients waiting if I can help it. I like to message right away. But yeah, y'all, Christianity is the foundation of my spiritual path, but I am not at all religious. And I still honor those who are. Like, I don't have a problem with you. It's just when you come with the hypocrisy is when I'm kind of like, yeah, you can miss me with that. Just completely miss me. Like, whoo, like I'm Neo, I will dodge that shit. Miss me with it. And most of the people who are religious don't really know the Bible, and they don't know the origins of the Bible. They don't even understand it. So I just don't have the time. Even when I have the time, I don't have the time. I will find no time to have that discussion. So, what else, y'all? What time is it? It's 12:30. I kind of got to wrap this up because I got to go in a minute. Me three, but I love Yoruba. That African spirituality literally found me. I was not looking. Yeah, I know, right? It'll find you. It'll find you when it needs you. For real. Same with me. Hey, Jessie May. How you doing, sis? Same with me. Your spiritual path will find you. It's amazing how it works. And many people are in church and they're miserable. So miserable. Like on a soul level. They know they're unfulfilled. And most people go to church to be seen anyway. There's a lot of people who go to church for the community because they're lonely. Or they don't have a family, they don't have love. And a lot of people go to church because that is their saving grace. That helped them a lot. You know, I get that. I resonate with that. But I do know that there's a lot of people in church that are actually bigger than their church. They're bigger than their church. Yes, and swear that the day will come, not knowing they'll have to die to get it through the church. Listen. Yes. A lot of people go to spiritual practitioners because they can't get those type of answers in the church. Like me. I couldn't get an explanation for what was going on with me in the church. And for a long time, I wasn't telling people in the church what was going on with me. Because you have the knowing, you in church, but you still have the knowing. As soon as I tell these people what's going on with me, they about to perform a whole exorcist, and I ain't got the time. So I had to study self-taught, and figuring it out, and then ask questions, and the questions couldn't be answered. And it was just like, if the questions can't be answered in the church, why am I in the church? So I was really young, like understanding that, like, why are we here then? And then some of the most diabolical people I've ever met be in church every Sunday. Some of the most evil people you've ever met in your entire life be in church every weekend and still be living the most evil life ever. So it's kind of like, look, religion don't mean good. It doesn't equal that. It really takes the person. Front row. Okay? They might just be in a pulpit. Y'all not gonna get me. Y'all not gonna get me into this. Y'all not. Why? Who brought this up? I did. Oh, okay. Yeah, y'all. Yeah. I don't think I ever kicked it with y'all on YouTube. We always have like a topic or an intention. It's just kicking it. T, how you feel today? Thank you for asking, Jessie May. I feel good. Like I was saying before, like I feel good in my body. Like I'm happy. I'm cool. But there's also this undercurrent that I can't help but be aware of. So I'm chilling. I'm doing all that I can to remain in this Zen state. Okay, I'm holding on. Okay, I had the most amazing spiritual bubble bath. It was actually a spiritual cleanse, but I put the bubbles in there. Cause look, I gotta make myself feel good. So I had a really nice spiritual bath this rising, and I'm good. Like I really am, but I know something is brewing, and I know what is brewing. And I'm just gonna stay in here as long as I can, because I'm gonna have to be on the clock soon. I already know it. I already know. I know how it works. I know how this shit go. I understand my ebbs and my flows. I know where I'm at with shit. I know my levels. So I know, okay, T, if you real calm, you feel zen like this, is because because you got a double shift, girl. You got a triple shift coming up. So just enjoy. I feel like we're on a roll and we're right at the peak right before a big drop. I'm scared, but in an excited kind of way. Yes, that part. Yes, I'm so happy you said it, and I like how you said that. That's exactly what's going on, y'all. Like, many of you are coming into so much abundance and amazingness, like so much growth. Like, romance is here big time. Money is here. Promotions, business, home is here. Babies, all of that. And at the same time, there's like scary shit going on. Like real live darkness, okay? Not even dark, but darkness going on at the same damn time. And it's such this weird place to be. Earth is an odd place to be right now. And it's a beautiful place. It's a beautiful place. But it's a strange place at times. Like, people be like, yo, this is ghetto. Like, Earth is ghetto. And I understand what they're saying. I don't ever want to disrespect the Earth by saying that, if that may come across as disrespectful. But there's a lot of things going on that's just a little unsavory. Let's just say that. But yeah, but for those of you who feel that excitement, like you feel like something really great is going on, yeah, like something really amazing is going on, like huge. It's beautiful. It's amazing. And then at the same time, there's so much like that's not that. It's a lot. Jessie May says, T, let me say thank you. These last 2 years have been crazy. And every time I felt I was going crazy or lost, you hit us with a message for the collective, and we appreciate it. Thank you, Jessie May. Thank you, love. I needed that. Yay. Thank you. And yeah, you've been rocking with me a long time. I appreciate you so much. I do. I appreciate y'all so much. Yeah. Y'all been here a long time. Y'all been rocking with me for a long time. And man, wow. Like I've been hesitating going back to my first videos because I kind of cringe a little bit. Do you know how hard it was for me to like record those videos? That's not me. Those who know me know, like, oh nah, T rather be, well, because like I'd rather be behind the scenes. Like, I'm a behind the scenes type of girl. Like, I didn't have social media for years before I started making videos. Like, a long time. I think the last time I was really, really active on social media was Black Planet days. Shout outs to those who remember Black Planet and MySpace. Those were the days where I was active on social media. And then like my life just kind of moved and did what it needed to do, and I wasn't on here. So, and to answer why, it's like I carry a lot of past life memory of damn, that was a minute ago, right? Yes. MySpace and Black Planet. I was popping on MySpace and back. Listen, I'm not even gonna get into it, okay? But I have a lot of I have past life memory of spiritual persecution. This life too. Yeah. So I remember the persecution for being witchy, for being psychic, for being outspoken with things, and it caused me to hide. It caused me to hide a lot. And I made a video several months ago called I'll tell you a story about my time with the prophet. If I remember, I'll link it. But I explain that part of my spiritual journey in that video. So if you want to know more on why I don't readily share myself with the world, you'll find those answers in that video. You'll find a lot of the answers there. But yeah, that's what it is, y'all. Alasumbo, you remember that video? Yeah, so yeah. It's a lot to push through. And when you don't see me on camera, like I said, clients and things see me, but it's really the push through is what's going on. I'm pushing through. And a lot of times the things that come to me aren't pretty, y'all. They're not nice. So it's kind of like I don't want to burden people with certain things. And if I get the like the push or the message like, yo, you got to go live with this, then I'll do it. I will. But a lot of times it's like, if I don't have to say it right now, I'm it right now. I just don't. I can't, like, come on, please. No, I don't. But the truth says I'm coming to a point that I don't trust people. And even if I've known you for years, I don't trust anybody anymore. That's interesting. I get you. I would say, how is your trust? How do you trust yourself with that? Are there parts of you that have deceived you that you need to look at? Sometimes, well, yeah, a lot of times people are reflecting ourselves back to us. Jessie May, that's real. Yeah, so that's why, y'all. And I've been really busy lately, y'all, too. On top of that, I've been like really busy. So there's a combination of things behind that. But a lot of why I don't share like the knowing, like the psychic knowing, is because of past life and present life persecution and silencing and things like that, for sure. But the people who know me, I can share more with them. And sometimes even then I don't. Sometimes I'm told not to, and sometimes it's just various reasons. Sometimes I just don't. People who have known you for years are the worst ones. Sometimes we do need to move past the people who, we grew up around. We're not meant to just be up under them our whole entire lives. So most people think that. That's not always true. That's not always true. So, and I deal with a lot of people too who are feeling guilty about needing to leave their families or wanting to separate from their family for like their spiritual evolution or just for their like well-being. And you kind of got to remove the guilt. You weren't born just to take care of your family and to carry their burdens and to take responsibility for the things that they're supposed to be responsible for. That's not why you're here. And I think like society and things, they kind of led us to believe that we're here for that. You're not here for that. That's actually not true. And a lot of your family may like guilt trip you into thinking that's why you're here. But you've been such a beautiful crutch for them for so long. You've spoon-fed them for so long that the thought of you not doing that is like catastrophic to their entire reality. Many of you need to understand that. Also, other people are holding on. It's like you're the crutch, but you're holding on to the other person as a crutch for you. And it's kind of like, nah, you're accepting responsibility for your family and friends just because you don't want to accept responsibility for yourself and your own life and the things that you do. It's much easier taking care of other people than it is to see yourself and to deal with yourself. So a lot of people do that. And a lot of people get caught up in the victimhood and the drama of it all too, because it's become a beautiful crutch. Like I could just hold on and lean on what I think somebody has done for me, because that's easier than actually standing on my own and getting rid of the crutch. It's easier than detaching myself from this story that people are out to get me, or they're out to hurt me, or nobody loves me, or some people have gotten starstruck by the trauma and the drama of it all. Need to recognize if that's you. I've given all my trust and love and energy to the right people. See, I resonate with that. And then a part of me can see the beauty in that. Like there's beauty in acknowledging the fact that you've been giving your trust and love to the wrong person. It's like a beautiful construct to show you that, and to show you that actually my love and my energy is worth giving to somebody who's worthy to me. It should be given to somebody who's worthy of me. And it's almost like you won't know that until you deal with somebody who's not worthy of you. So yeah, seeing the beauty in the darkness, like Alasambo said. Seeing the beauty, that's the beauty of that darkness, is the realization. Like I used to say it all the time, like many people who've been in abusive relationships, you need to be thankful, because you're bringing in somebody who's showing you all the ways that you have not been loving yourself by their abuse of you, by their mistreatment of you, their neglect of you. You're able to see your worth through that. And it's like, dang, acknowledge the beauty of that. Like, just see that. Like, I actually would have never known that I was giving my goodness away to somebody who's not worthy of it until I was brought somebody who wasn't worthy of it, and they hurt me completely. It's like, dang. Oh, Simbo, get out of my head. My sign is Cancer, and family aspect in the spiritual growth is hard as fuck. Yep. But damn, you are so right. Yeah, Simbo. And I know with the Cancer, yes, that does, it represents the heart, the mother, the family. Oh yeah, that's a big thing. Yep, it's a big thing. Jesse May, contrast teaches us what we do want and what we don't want. Exactly. We need that contrast. We need it. So it's a lot. And it's hard talking about that too, with people who have been through really traumatic things. It's so hard to talk about that. And the most I can say is to study and understand universal law. You know, you're going to have to do that. If you can study and understand universal law, then it'll help you. Sorry, Neil, I'm just in a dark place in my life right now. No, don't apologize for that. Don't apologize for that. And every single thing that was ever created came from darkness first, right? We came out the womb, the whole let there be light. So it's an incubation. Think of it as an incubation stage. Like, think of it as I'm in the womb. And here I can map out where I want to go. So map it out. Empower yourself. I find empowerment in the darkness. Maybe that's because of my Neptune placements and my Pluto and Scorpio. But I find like I can find the beauty in the dark spots. Sometimes we need to get to the dark space to realize we are in a dark space and something needs to change, you know? And I'm not trying to feed you unicorns and rainbows. I'm really not. But if you can flip the perspective for a little bit and think of it as an opportunity to find where you really want to be, what you really want, who you want to be there, what it looks like, give it shape, color, sound, taste, smell. This is where you are. You're in the womb. Make it work for you. You know, like babies. I wonder what babies think in the womb. Sometimes I could tap in and tell you what they think, but can you imagine like babies in that womb space? They're like, yo, when I get up out of here, son, like I swear to God, yo, it's just look, we about to get this work. I'm about to have all this. Like babies probably be in a womb, like thinking about like mastermind shit. So try to be a mastermind while you're in the dark space. Like try to be a master of the dark space. And when you get up out of there, look how many people you could help. Look how many people need you. That's another thing. So many of you have been through so much. You are master teachers. Not supposed to, right? But you're able to assist so many people. And I say this a lot. I've been saying this for years. Let and make your pain cut you a check, yo. Let it cut you a check. Like if I'm gonna go through all this pain, drama, and trauma, it's gonna cut me a motherfucking check. So what that means, tell your story. Become a life coach so you can help people who've been in that dark spot come out. All right? Write a book, be a life coach, speak about it, do art. Let your painful experience bring you what you want out of life. You didn't go through the pain and trauma for no reason. You didn't. So let it cut you a check. Like, nah, you gonna have to pay me. Fuck that. I've been through too much. Like, nah. So with my life too, sometimes I think about that. Like, nah, I've been through too much. Like, I'm gonna have to like, nah. Like, no, I'm gonna have to get paid for this shit. Cause look, I didn't go through this for no reason. So many of you, you're gonna have to turn your pain into passion, your pain into pleasure, turn your pain into income. Yeah, it's the time. Don't go through shit for nothing. So I deal with clients like that too. Some of you have stories that are beyond comprehension that need to be made into trilogies that literally should be live action film. Do it. Do it. Maybe that's your calling. You know, a lot of the things that you've been through, somebody needs you to talk about it. They're literally searching their whole life for you specifically to say it. Maybe Tiara doesn't say it right. I don't say it in a way that resonates with them, but you say it in a way where they really can receive it. So that's for anybody who has a story. You know, you've been through things. Let it cut you a check. And even if you don't let it cut you a check, just try to think of that. Like, don't let it be in vain, is what I mean. Okay? So, yeah. Woo, child. I have stuff to do today. I need to go and do it. That's what I'm gonna do. And like I said, I feel good. I'm balanced in my energy. I'm ready to work. I have some sessions today. And I'm happy it's later in the afternoon so I could do some things. But yeah, y'all, excuse me. I just wanted to pop in. I've literally been online for a total of like, maybe 2 hours now. is the longest I've ever been online, but I feel first off, I needed this. This is something that's very therapeutic today. And also I feel like people out there need this. So the first half of this started on my Facebook page, TiaraSharde. All of that info for me is in the description. And then it transitioned here. So if you want to see the beginning of this, and if you need me, y'all, you already know where I'm at. All the info to get to me is in the description. All right. And just, I do want to say, just because it popped into my mind and I'm going to honor it, be mindful when you reach out to me. Be mindful and be like, okay, well, Tiara deals with a lot of shit. She deals with a lot of people. She's on her own journey. Let me just approach her. Don't try not to dump. Try not to dump is what I'm saying. Don't spiritual dump on people and practitioners. And many of you in here, you've never done that to me. Okay, I want to be clear. I'm not talking to any of you. Okay, but in general, try not to spiritual dump when you reach out. If you want me to tap into your life, you gotta book me for that. All right. I'm being very my boundaries is lit. My boundaries are up, not walls, but the healthy boundaries are up, and I decorated them too. I was like, yo, I'm gonna decorate this shit. So my beautiful wall got sparkles and shit. And yeah, so if you reach out to me, you need my help, and you know that it's gonna take some of my energy, or it's gonna take me having to tap into your life, just please book me. Just do that. And that will honor both of us. And that will allow me an opportunity to honor you, because now I can tap into you and I won't be distracted. And I know that there's a mutual respect here. So I want to say that. Olasambo says, this was great. You made my work day so much better. Thank you. You're so welcome. Jessie May, hallelujah. Neo, what do you think about relationships today versus back then? As far as what? The truth. We have about 5 minutes together. As far as what? Maybe 3, actually. I will say, I'll repeat what I said before about people coming online right now. They're ascending their consciousness. More and more people are awakening rapidly. And before, when there were only like 5 twin flames on the planet, now there's like thousands, millions. So people are coming into spiritual union. You want a spiritual union first, right? The union happens in the ethers first, and then it comes into the physical reality. But you're really wanting to align with somebody who's spiritual, or they're open to spirituality. They don't necessarily have to embrace your specific path unless you want them to, but they just have to be able to hold space for you, is what I say. You just got to be able to hold space. And by hold space, I mean allow me to feel safe with all that I am with you in your presence. Create an atmosphere where I can be me with you, and I don't have to be afraid of that. So I guess, my answer to that is relationships are a lot more spiritual based now. I hope I'm clear with that. And then also, people aren't willing to link up with others who aren't awakened in some way or don't have an awareness in some way. A lot of times that can be a dangerous union, especially for someone who is spiritually sensitive. And then you have a lot of men and women, they're forcing themselves to remain in unions with people who aren't able to give to them spiritually and emotionally. I mean, people today don't take relationships serious. Today it's more like sex. Back then it meant something. It was more real. I can agree. I can agree with that. I understand what you're saying for sure with that. I think it's just having to be clear on what it is that you want, and allowing yourself to say it, being comfortable saying it. Like I say it. I say it. Like, listen, I'm not into all of that right now. Listen, there's a lot y'all don't know about me, baby. If you want to know more about me, I will say this. I don't want to plug here, but shameless plug. If you want to know more about Tiara Shardé, you're going to have to subscribe to Patreon, okay? I'll be dropping things on Patreon this week because there's a lot about me y'all don't know. And I'm not going to tell you here on YouTube. It's just why. But right now, in this moment, the only connections I'm willing to make are substantial ones that bring about legacy and generational wealth. I'm really not playing about that. So it'd be off with your head with people like, and that's another thing. I'm actually not nice, y'all. I don't know where people think I'm so nice. I'm not nice. I'm kind. I'm compassionate. I'm loving. I ain't nice. I can actually be mean. And I like myself when I get mean too, because it'd be rare. I'd be like, yes, come through, sis. Cuss them out, sis. Yes. Because you could get cussed out with me. It's real. It's happened. And it's still peace and love. Peace and love, but if you don't get the fuck out my face, it's that energy. Yeah, all day. So, you could see more. You'll see more of me on my Patreon channel for sure. All right. Today, relationships last about 3 months. Now, back then, I remember talking on the phone till 4 a.m. We would stay on the phone talking, but today it's all about how many girls you smash. That's a fact. People are emotionally corrupt, emotionally, spiritually, physically corrupt. They've been corrupted. They've been infiltrated. They think the way that they're going about relationships is the way. It's not. There's a divine way to going about relationships and sex and your sensuality and dealing with people. And you really have to align with somebody who's willing to understand that and learn it. Learn the divine way of going about relationships and embracing spirituality and sexuality. People just kind of want to hit it and quit it. But it's because they're spiritually empty. You have people who are spiritually empty. And they feel that multiple partners is what they need. And that's actually not what they need. I could tell them what they need. But they have to come to me. I don't want to I have to be now. It's like, yo, you have to invite me. You have to invite me to give you the intel. You have to come to me because it's like, first off, I'm the guide. I'm a guide. So shout outs to those who understand human design. You have to come to the guide. The guide can't come to you with the work because you won't respect it. But if you come to me wanting help, I'm a tell you. I'm gonna give you the work. But I'm not gonna volunteer it anymore. You have to come to my platform or book me, or because it could get really tricky when you do that. But people aren't really willing to put in the spiritual work into their relationships. So they take the easy way out and they make it physical. They want it to be purely physical because they lazy as hell, really. They're energetically, emotionally, intellectually, spiritually lazy. And they don't want to do the work. And it's like with me, you can't be around me if you're not willing to do the work. Because my soul will be repelled by, like, it won't. I can't. I'll be disgusted. I'll be nauseous in my body. So you kind of got to come to me. And honestly, let me be clear. When I say things like this, I'm not saying that I'm perfect. I'm not. I'm not perfect. I'm no angel. I make mistakes a lot. I'm saying you're gonna have to deal with somebody who's also willing to admit that about themselves. And a lot of times today, people aren't willing to admit who they are. They're not authentic. They're not transparent. So it's hard. Female today are becoming more masculine energy, wanting to hit the guy is crazy. Well, if we want to talk about feminine and masculine energy, I'm going to have to schedule that because that's very interesting. But it's really, and y'all, okay. What time is my, all right, I'm not going to be late. Okay. I don't like being late for client sessions. I don't think I've ever been late. But women have had to be masculine. Women have had to be masculine, embody more masculine energy because there's no men around. No disrespect, please. Just take what I say. I don't want to disrespect the men because for what? But there's been no men around. There's been no upstanding men. So women have had to be the father, the uncle, the brother. We've had to be. We didn't have a choice. And a lot of times, because we were left without a choice or left unprotected, we've had to be overly strong and mean and hard. Because being soft will get you raped. It'll get you napped, kidnapped. It'll get you stole from. All of that. For women, yeah. Being soft and feminine and vulnerable will make you a target out here. And that's just the facts. So when I hear and I deal with women who embody a lot of masculine energy, I already know what it is. Like, oh, you've had to be tough. And if you're pretty and you're petite too, oh, you had to be gangster. I get it, sis. Look, heard you. So I really do want to do a video for men so you know more about women and you know more about spiritual women specifically. We've had to be like this. We've had to be tough, yo. We've had to go head up with men. I've had to go head up with men. Like, bang, yes. Because we're left unprotected, especially Black queens. I get it. Yeah. We've been left unprotected. We've had no choice but to embody masculine energy. And oftentimes when it comes to dating, it's really hard for us to let down the masculine energy. And it's really hard for us to date, especially date men who embody a lot more feminine energy. Men who embody a lot more feminine energy will allow their queen to chase them. Where they do that at? Where they do that at? They don't do that. That's not supposed to be done. So a lot of men who embody feminine energy will make the queen, will make the goddess chase them. It's such an imbalance. So then when the woman chases the man, then the man be like, oh, you coming on too strong. You're embodying masculine energy. And it's just like, it's because you're not embodying masculine energy yourself. Like somebody got to be it. Somebody got to be the masculine energy. Even in same-sex relationships, somebody got to be feminine, somebody got to be masculine, because those are the energies that make up this entire planet. So there's a huge imbalance. And then the spiritual men, the spiritual women, they understand that, but it still could hurt for sure. It could hurt you as a man to deal with masculine men. It could hurt you. But then you have to kind of understand the mind of a woman, that where she's at. Did she have a father? Did she have brothers? When shit got rough, was there any man anywhere that helped her? Anywhere. So it's like you got to take it for what it is, and you know you can't judge. Even me, sometimes when I encounter more feminine men, it's like I can't judge them. I understand what it is. And then there's a lot of men who grew up without fathers and they grew up with moms who coddled them. So now you have an army of men who think that women are supposed to take care of them and do the heavy lifting, especially on an emotional level. There's a lot of men who think that women are supposed to emotionally carry them. It's like, no, that's inaccurate, sir. It's inaccurate. It does take a certain level of patience to be able to communicate with them though. Even me, I get impatient. I get really impatient. I'm actually kind of mean to men. I've been mean to men in the past, not regular men, but men who want to date me. Yeah. Usually, I think only one or two guys I've actually been kind of lenient with. And then other times there's different circumstances. We'll put that to the side. That's for Patreon. But yeah, there's times I've been mean because of that. And also, I'm fucking psychic, bro. Like, you can't. Half of these men can't even step to me because I'm psychic as fuck. It's just like, yo, I know you playing. I know you dealing with 4 other women, and that's cool. I get it. Live your life. But if you're not going to tell me that, then I'm not dealing with you. And that's it. I'm not going to cuss you out. I'm not going to disrespect you. And I've grown a lot in the past few months, too. A lot in the past few months. And it's just like, it don't make no never mind to me. You could play your games. That's cool. You just will never have access to me again. And that's cool. That's cool, too. Yeah, there's a lot of people that carry baggage. They carry baggage. I will say it's not a competition. Women are spiritually and physically structured to awaken before men awaken. They just are. And women are built to lead men. A lot of men don't want to be led by women. And that's a tragedy. Because women are natural born leaders. They birth you. You know? And there's a lot of men that don't want to listen to women. They refuse. They think it makes them a punk or a sucker, and it's not. You're more than a man. You're more than a king. You're a god when you can listen to a woman and take in what she's saying to you without your ego being, without your ego being triggered. You're actually not even a mere mortal when you can get lessons from a woman. As a man, you have an elevated consciousness when you can learn from women and allow yourself to learn from women. So align with the right women. Man, woman, child, align with the right women. And they'll help you out a lot. I can tell you right now, I'm one of the right women. I'm one of the right women to align with. I'll get you right, sir. So that you could go off and find your queen and have a whole bunch of babies and live your life. They missing out. I used to hear women, but only started listening a few years ago. Yeah. And that's cool. I respect that. I respect your honesty. But men who can learn from women are a different breed of man. They're different. They're different. The men who can listen to a woman are meant to be the kings, are meant to be the gods in this physical reality. But the men who can't open and step outside of their trauma and their upbringing, and they can't listen to a woman, you're not gonna be as elevated as you could be, I'll say, without her. And that sucks. I get it. Some people be like, oh, what do you mean? Like, no, I know. I be knowing what I'm talking about. That's one thing about me. I know what I'm talking about. There are a lot of people. There is a need to heal through your perception of these women and your experiences with them. There's a need to heal through it. There's a need to heal through your traumas with women, or your perceptions, how you view a woman. Like, there was a post I made yesterday, and a man, wanted to tell me the nature of a woman. You cannot, as a man, tell a woman her own nature. All you can do is respectfully sit down and listen as she tells you her nature. That's all you can do. That's like me. Well, that's a little different. I can't really use myself as an example. But on a level, I cannot tell you the nature of a man. How, Sway? Am I a man? No. I can't tell you about him like that. He could tell me. So what am I going to do? I'm going to respectfully shut my mouth, sit down, and listen. Men and women need to do that with each other, regardless of sexual orientation. We do need to listen to each other. We're the yin and the yang. Some men don't want to talk, and that be the problem. And some women don't want to listen, and that be the problem. And vice versa. Some men don't want to communicate. A lot of men think that talking about their feelings and emotions is weak. Yo, if you're a man and you're able to talk about your feelings and emotions, you are king. You're a king. That makes you a king. Not your bank account, not your car, not your house, not your credit score. That shit don't make you a king. That just makes you a man with assets. What makes you a king is when you can balance both your assets and your emotions. When you can communicate intellectually and emotionally, when you could tap into your spirituality and your vulnerable side, that makes you a king. Where he at? Because there's a lot of men who thinks they're kings. There's a lot of women who think they are queens. There's a lot. And there's also a lot of women who call men kings but don't know how to treat a king. There's a lot of men who call women queens but don't know how to treat a queen. Hey, like, yeah, it be the truths. The truths. That's the truths. Mike says, I'm a king. Heard you. As far as I know, see, I don't be calling any man king. I don't. You like, look, I'm not gonna call you king because you paid the light bill. I'm not gonna call you king because of that. I'm gonna call you king because you pay the light bill. And when I told you I was upset, you sat there and you just heard me out. That's the man I'm gonna call a king. Not just because you paid for your car in cash. I don't give a fuck. I don't care about that. I don't. I care about if you could handle me emotionally, if you could hold space. When I have a prophetic dream, are you scared? Are you gonna be shook? You gonna go to the other room, or are you just gonna hear it? What you gonna do? That's a king. That's a king. A lot of people like to claim royalty. They ain't there yet, and that's okay. Even with me, there was plenty of times where I considered myself a queen and I was doing unqueenly things. I was just like, wait, a queen wouldn't do that. Let me get my shit together. Shit. You know? Hello, by the way. Hi, Mike. How you doing? Welcome. Yeah, and I definitely want to do a video about that. I'm going to schedule one with y'all to talk about that because I don't think a lot of people like to talk about it. They just automatically think they kings or queens, and it's like, nah, you're not. Oh, it's a process. Yes, it's a process. It's a process. And another thing, y'all, and y'all might get mad at me. A king, when we think about it, right? A king is only a king when he has found his queen. Am I wrong? The thing about it is a woman is born a queen, but a man is only a king when he gets with a queen. She elevates you. She's the one who makes you the king. She crowns you king, not you. You know, no disrespect, but that's the truth. That's the truth of it. Men don't crown themselves. That's not royal. That's not the matriarchy. That's not the royal family. Only the woman crowns. And she's born crowned. So let's be clear. Okay? Let's just be clear about it. So there's a lot of men who think that they're kings, but you're not king until a queen says so. So let's just be clear. All right? Let's not look. I'm not trying to argue with you, sir. I really love and respect you. That's just what it is. So shout outs to for those men with the imbalanced ego, and you around here thinking you a queen, a king. You may not be a king, sir, and that's all right. That's all right. Just align with a queen and make yourself worthy of her, and she'll crown you because you've made yourself worthy of being crowned. But you're not a king if you out here dogging women. You're not a king if you out here emotionally unbalanced and moving different. You're not a king if you think that having a full-time job is what makes you worthy of a queen. No, sir. No, baby. I'm sorry. That's not it. You a king when she says so. Sorry. So, and maybe there's women out here who's calling men kings who haven't earned the title yet. That's a lot. There's a lot of that. Yeah, vice versa too. There's a lot of women out here who think that they're queens because a man told them so. That may not be true. All right. So I just want to say that it's a touchy topic. People gonna get indignant. I know, but it's the truth. And a lot of men too. A lot of men don't like to hear that, but it's the truth. I don't know what you want me to do. Study any matriarchy. Study any royal family. Like even like, okay, I don't even want to talk about them. But anyway, with the quote unquote royal family, you're a queen's consort. You're not a king. She's the queen. And she was born a queen. You can't stop her from being a queen. She was born that way. But you're only a queen, like I said, you're only a king if she crowned you. So a lot of guys out here, you're not necessarily a king yet. Not necessarily a king yet. So just understand, slow your roll. And that's especially for those who's with the ego. Who's with the ego. You're a king, but you dogging women and you're disrespecting, you're lying, you're not being transparent. You're not a king. You're on your way, maybe. But you're not there yet. Allow yourself to be taught by a queen. That's the thing too. Like a lot of men, and I really do want men to step up and teach other men, but a lot of men think that they should only learn how to be a king from a man. That is false. That's false. The woman will crown you. That's how it go. The king can knight you. The king can knight you, right? But the queen makes you the king. And that's just how it works. So I'm sorry if that hurt a couple people. I'm so sorry if you're one of those guys who thought your whole life that you were a king and then you're realizing by this conversation that you're not quite there. I'm so sorry. But you can definitely contact me if you need my help. I'm here for you. No judgment, no disrespect. It's all love. I want you to do well. Why? Because I know like 50 women off the top of my head that need a king. So I have a real sound investment into making sure that you are crowned, sir. Look, my sisters are looking for kings. All right. So if you ready to be one, you can find me. I'll help you so that you could go off into this world and find your person. So I'm with that. I can help you. But anyway, even with relationships, I said that in a past relationship and they kind of got upset with me. But it was the imbalanced ego. It was the wounded masculine that got upset. And the person thought like that I was supposed to just want them for myself. And it's not so much that. I'm not into polygamy or I'm not into that at all. It's just that I understand that if I'm not the person for you, let me get you ready for the person for you. Like I know how to do that. I could do that. I could help you get ready for your person. But this guy, he kind of got upset with me about that. you know, he didn't really like that. I don't know what to tell you, sir. Why? If it's not working out for us, wouldn't you want to deal with somebody that really respects you enough to want the best for you regardless? I don't know. Not even a man yet. They are males. That part. I meet a lot of females and few women and can count on one hand the queens. That part. See what I'm saying? It's rare. They're rare out here. So if you align with a real one, shit. Man, woman, child, if you align with a real one, you better do all that you can to keep them. I don't know what you got to. Don't let them make you jump through hoops, but you at least have to do the bare minimum. Shit. You're entertaining royalty and you can't even offer me a glass of water? What's wrong with you? So yeah. Yep, females and males for sure. There's a lot of them out here. And many of you, your calling is to help them elevate from males and females to the royal family, to the royalty. So, all right, it's 1:30. I really gotta go. I love y'all so much. Mwah. Sorry, I'm cracking my knuckles. I have some things that I want to share with y'all. But I'm trying to see in what platform to do so. And I'll let you know as soon as I know, okay? But this is definitely a topic for the men who are trying to find their queen. This is a major topic that has been coming up in a lot of conversations. I don't know who that is. I knew my phone was gonna ring. That's why I kept looking at it. But yeah, that's all, y'all. I have to go. I love y'all so much. Peace and love, okay? Mwah. Leave in the comments if you're looking for any type of content from me, okay? If there's anything that you want me to speak on, any topic that you want me to speak on, leave it in the comments below, all right? So peace and love. Have a beautiful day.